Tonight I got the iPhone 16 Pro back on the table, and the reason for that is I'm going to be putting this glass camera lens protector on by Alon. This kit comes with 3 glass lens protectors in case you're wanting to install one on your phone, a friend's phone, or in case you don't and do the installation correctly or crack that one later. The other thing you're going to get is 3 sets of these wet and dry wipes. This is all you're going to need on the table for installation for one phone. Let's talk about the lens protector here for a minute. This is one flat piece of glass. Unlike the camera lenses on the phone, each one of these is an individual lens, and you can see how dirt and debris and everything's going to get stuck in there. So not only is this going to protect those lenses from getting scratched, but it's going to be a lot easier to clean this if it's just one flat surface than it is an individual lens. One thing that they've done is it looks like it's a piece of plastic here that is going to encase every one of these lenses, not just the outer edge there, so you don't have to worry about dirt and debris getting underneath this. You might get some right around the edges there, but I don't think you're going to see any around these round edges where it encases around the lenses. There's also a hole here for that microphone, so you don't have to worry about losing your audio. Another thing is if you don't have a case like this, this is a Pelican case. If you don't have a case like this that has a raised edge, it's going to prevent you from scratching or damaging those lenses if you lay this phone down face on the cameras. First thing you want to do if you have any type of case on your phone is take it off. I have a Pelican case on this phone, and I will say it's very hard to put it in and take it off. I'll have links to this case in case you're interested in this type of case. You're now going to open up the wet wipe in the pack, and you want to clean that camera area. I always like to clean a little bit more area than I think I need, and I like to get it in all of these nooks and crannies and all of these little edges here, because that's going to be where all the dirt and debris may be in there before you try to put this on, and that would prevent this from adhering to that area. The next step you want to do is take the dry wipe, and you want to do the same thing, and you want to clean in all of those little areas and make sure that there's no moisture anywhere around those lenses. And like I mentioned earlier, I like to go all the way around, a little bit further than I really need to go, just to make sure there's no dust or dirt in that area that can get on the lens while I'm fixing to put the protector on. Now that I've got the lens dry, I'm going to take the lens protector, and I like to go over it with the wet wipe around these edges just to make sure that there's no hair or anything on there before I peel this backing. We're ready to peel this backing now. Keep in mind your orientation, so you can see I've got the 2 lenses there, the microphone hole there. I'm going to peel this backing back. And you can see how I was mentioning to you how it will encase around those lenses there. So we're going to line this up around those lenses, and it should fall into place. You could double check your edges there and then just smooth that out. I like to smooth out from the center, pushing all the air outward all the way across this lens cover. Keep in mind that you could have some air bubbles that could form in there. Give it about 24 hours before all of those will go away. Keep pushing on that till you see as many of the air bubbles that are there go away. And like I mentioned, it could be up to 24 hours before any air bubbles are completely gone. Another step I like to do is take that wet wipe and go back over the glass after you've installed that, just to get any fingerprints that you may have put on there off. And you can kind of rub around these edges just to make sure there's no adhesive that came out the sides there, because if you don't take that adhesive off, you could get a lot of dirt and debris building up around this side of your iPhone. I've got the case back on my phone, and I'll show you how that this is one solid piece there rather than having to clean around each camera individually. And if I could tilt it there for you, you can see it's easy to clean around that. It's going to provide a lot of protection, and I'm not going to get all that dirt, debris, and have to take this case off every time I want to clean around those cameras there. That completes the installation for this glass camera lens protector by Alon. I'm going to have product links for this and the case and the glass screen protector I put on the front in case you're interested in any of those products. Hope this information was useful or helpful for you, and if it was, please subscribe and share, and that's to the point.